Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Aline, and today we are going to be talking about something that has come to my attention, or something that I've been thinking about for a while, and that is Black men beauty standard, especially African men beauty standards. So in the African community, the Black men ideal of beauty standards is big nyash. Big nyash meaning like you have to have a big bum. Whether you have everything else small or big, whatever, all you need to do is have a big nyash. And that is so misogynist, because a lot of us women have different body types. We have different body types, different heights, different everything. So you cannot expect all of the women to have similar like body types. And I find it very concerning because it puts a lot of African women in a position where they need to maintain having a big nyash, and that causes them to have a lot of weight on. And when they have a lot of weight on, they don't want to exercise, they don't want to do anything like that, eat healthier and lose weight, because they simply cannot lose the big nyash. They don't want to lose their bum. I hear a lot of this conversation like, oh, I don't want to lose my big bum. Oh, a lot of African men love big bums. I don't want to, lose my nyash. But do you see yourself? Like, you're absolutely obese. You could lose a little bit of weight and you will be fine. I think and then African men, this kind of pressure is not good, because in a lot of African women, it's like they don't want to exercise, they don't want to eat healthier, they don't want to do anything like that for them to lose their weight, because they don't want to lose their big bum. So the beauty standards is so unrealistic. It's so unrealistic, and it's misogynist as well. What if a woman says, "Oh, we don't like a man who's broke"? Because a lot of African men aren't rich either. They're just going by. They're just making it. The highest you will find is that they are doctor. That is not rich to me. So what if we then African women collectively decide, okay, we don't want a broke man. Half of you guys are broke. Half of them are broke. So it's like they have an unrealistic standard, but they don't want us to have an unrealistic standard when it comes to their finances. They think if you say you want a man who's not broke, who's doing well for themselves, they're thinking you're asking too much. But that is not asking too much. That is actually the bare minimum. It is honestly the bare minimum. A man is the provider, not the woman. So I guess out of this cause is, as African girls, we are kept in a position where we are obese, fat, don't want to eat healthier, because we don't want to lose our big bum. And that's it. And it is so sad to see all of us are overweight. I'm not talking about the ones in Africa. I'm just talking about my experience here. The women that I've seen in this country, in Australia, especially African women, majority of them are overweight. Majority. And if you're not overweight, you looked at funny. And if you don't have a big bum, you best believe that African men will not even look at your way. They won't approach you. It's like they'll approach you maybe because you have no option. Which goes to show that the beauty standards is really messed up. It's so messed up. And I see that a lot of young girls, especially girls in their 20s, the Gen Z generation, even the older women sometimes, they all get, BBLs to try to fit into the beauty standard. And they don't realize that beauty standard is always changing. Do not change the way you look for a man. Do not change how you look for a man, because what us women need to realize is that whether you're fat, chunky, have a big bum, work out, do it for yourself. Do not do it for that man, because that men, these African men and the beauty standards, we cannot keep up. A lot of us do not have the big bumps. And there's no amount of surgery that anyone can do that's gonna make you look the idea of big bumps that they want. It will never happen. And it's just so sad to see. It's so sad, actually. It's so sad to see that they place these misogynist beauty standards on us, and as African women actually fell for it. I know a couple of people that have gone to do a BBL, couple of girls thinking that's gonna be able to keep the man, but that doesn't keep anyone. Maybe for a short time, for like this much, it will keep the man, but it will not keep them for long. So I guess my whole rant is just let's find men that loves us. Especially we live in the West countries. There's so many different men here. You don't have to stick with African men with their silly beauty standard. We don't have to. And the other thing I forgot to say, you cannot have a big bum and then have a big tummy too. It's like they will say, yeah, we like your big bum, we like your big nyash, but then they will complain about your tummy. You choose. It's either you want a woman with a big nyash and they still have a little bit of tummy on, or or a woman is normal. They're not fat, they're not slim, they're just normal. They don't have the big bump. You cannot, women, we are not perfect. We cannot have it all. And we need to really decenter African men. We have to. Because some of them and their silly beauty standard with zero money in their bank account. Some of them have zero money in their bank account, yet they're busy talking about a woman's body, their nyash dish, their nyash that. Go to hell, man. Who are you to come and start talking about a woman's body when you do not have money in your account? Go and work. Stop focusing on a woman's body if you have no job. Stop it. I really do not like this, this crazy beauty expectations that African men put on us. It's so unrealistic. You cannot be skinny. If you're skinny, they look at you funny. Oh, I don't want to date that girl. She's so skinny. There's no nyash. I know African men who literally broke up with their woman because they had no nyash. But this girl was beautiful. She was slim. And for me, that was my idea of beauty. I'm sorry, she looked gorgeous to me. I wanted to be slim like her. But, I just don't know, man. In saying this, African men really have to stop with their silly beauty standard. Not every woman is going to have a big nyash. Not all of us are going to. And for them to keep having this unrealistic beauty standard placed on us, it is absolutely insane. It's insane. It's, I don't even know how to describe it. They come to church, the African men, instead of worshiping and listening to pastor preach, they're busy looking at someone's bum. They're busy focusing on the girl's bum, determining how big the bum is. Crazy. And then if a woman dresses a certain way, I hear the conversation, oh, well, they shouldn't dress like that. It's church. Why are you looking? Or why are you looking? Why? Focus on God. Focus on what you came to do, And then you see them live in church with the $2 car, But yet they're busy looking at somebody's bum, laughing, thinking, oh, okay, this person has no nyash. The silly beauty standard. So I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say at all of this rant that I'm ranting on is that you have to, us African women, we have to value our dieting, our exercises, our health over having a big bum. because a big bum will not keep a man, and a big bum will not give you self-esteem. So I guess we just have to really value ourselves more. We have to decenter men. Stop thinking a man will not love me because of the big bum. Stop thinking that if I go to exercise and if I eat healthier and I lose a little bit of weight, my man will leave me. So if he wants to leave you, he didn't love you to begin with, my sister. There was no love to begin with. So I guess my takeaway from this, my rant, is do not focus on a man. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to achieve as a woman. Because men will come and go. And an African man, they're silly. They will say I'm polygamous, however you say it by nature. You're not. You're just crazy. My granddad had 1,000,000 wives. And so you see, they have really an unrealistic standard on how we should look. But we have to really decenter men. We have to decenter African men, especially if you're living overseas. There's so much men you can date. It doesn't have to be the African man. It does not. You know, if you're slim and you're African and you feel like the black men don't want you, white men love the African slim woman. They do. They do. And not a lot of the black girls want to date white men. But if you see that your beauty standard in the African community is harmful towards you, why date this man? Why think about going to do a BBL when you can simply choose somebody that loves you, for your body? So I guess this is my rant, and I just wanted to say, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that we can continue to have more discussions like this. And I love everyone. Please subscribe to my channel and support my small content channel. And yeah, thank you. Bye.